Aloha, shamans, and welcome to EarthStar Sundays at 11:11. Thank you for joining us from all over the United States and the world. I am Stacy. I'm one of the abbots of EarthStar Spiritual Center here in this beautiful dimensional space in Greensboro, North Carolina, United States of America. And today is the second full day of spring. So thank you for joining us here on March 22nd, 2026. Of course, I think all of our topics are exciting, but today's topic, we will be talking about Huna, or the Hawaiian shamanism, and the 7 elements or 7 principles of Huna and our awareness, not only here in 3D, but also interdimensionally. So thank you for being here, and let's get right into the topics. Okay, so it is Sundays at 11:11 about cosmic shaman and aloha consciousness. And this is Huna, the 7 principles, and it is March 22nd. My goodness, the year is just flying by, isn't it? Good. And remember, this is a live chat, so please feel free to ask questions, share any experiences. Let me get my chat thing open. There we go. Okay, so we are EarthStar Spiritual Center, multi-faith church for living aloha. We've been doing the church part since 2002, but we started out as a Tai Chi center in Greensboro, and that was in 1999. Okay. Our core principles or values or aspects or essences, if you would like to say it that way, is spells out aloha, and that is all living God, love, oneness, heart path, and as above, so below. And if you go back to the first episode I did in the first Sunday of March, I kind of highlighted those 5 aspects to give you a deeper understanding. Okay, and we are about planetary awareness to galactic consciousness. So, in other words, make sure that we understand and live our interdimensional selves wherever we go. Because remember, we're very dimensional. At least we're mind, body, and spirit. So that's 3 dimensions there. So just think about all the other ways that you are interdimensional. And this is Sundays at 11:11. So in the little clouds here, you see some of the topics that we will be discussing. Jeanne is our topics director, so she lets me know what we're going to talk about on Sundays. And she says hello to everyone. She's in the background here. And if you have any questions or any services we can provide for you during the weeks, either in person or by phone or video chat, we'll be happy to do that for you. And these are some of the books we've written. So if you like reading and you'd like to know a little more about shamanism, everything from earth shamanism to interdimensional shamanism, then you'll find them in these books. I have a link in the notes. Oh, excuse me. And then also they're all available on Amazon. And okay, we got somebody checking in. So let's see, where are you? There we go. Okay. Aloha, Dale and Jeanne. We love you. Thank you for your service to humanity. So thank you, Katie. Thank you, Danny. Thank you for being here today with us. So appreciate you. Thank you. And then also I want to highlight one of the organizations we belong to or belong with. That's Connecting Consciousness with Simon Parks. And he is one of the organizations that will be managing some of the humanitarian projects that are in our near future, as they're being activated now when we reach this beautiful golden age for America and the world. And Connecting Consciousness is free to join. There are about over 100,000 members and in over 100 countries. And I have his info, his website in the show notes. So join up today and join us. And also, if you're interested in doing your own humanitarian project, then this is certainly a place you want to start. So things about humanitarian projects. So how do you currently serve humanity, or how will you serve? Do you know how that's going to look? And do you know what your earth superpowers are? In other words, what you're good at doing. Okay? And remember, we did that last week. We'll go back and review that video. And as your week progressed, I hope that you were able to find out what are the 10 qualities you like about yourself, and what are the 10 things you're good at doing. And then you remember you got that down to the 3 best qualities of who you are and the 3 best things that you do. And then combine that with your childhood dreams, or combine that with the statement of, if you had all the money and time in the world, all your obligations were met, what would you do and who would you be? So if you can figure that out through that procedure, then you'll come and you will arrive at your earth superpowers. But we do plan on having a physical class in May, as far as the schedule looks now. So we'll let you know when we get that nailed down for sure. Okay. So humanitarian projects, just kind of meditate on that and just determine how you can serve. Okay. And it could be doing what you're doing right now. All right. Well, let's go right into our topics for today. So this is Sundays 11/11. Our topic today is Huna, the 7 principles of awareness. And our objectives will be to define Huna and then examine the 7 principles of Huna and how that is part of our awareness, okay, to help us to relate to our not only 3D world, but our other dimensional worlds. Okay, so first thing, the definition of Huna. It literally means secret or hidden. And this is the Hawaiian shamanism for living aloha in life. This is the philosophy of the not only of Hawaii of old, of Mu or Lemuria of old. Remember Huna or Hawaii, the Polynesian people, they are a Pleiadian people. The story is in Hawaii that the Menehune, one day they had spent long enough on Earth, so they decided to go back to their homeland of the Pleiades. So they gathered on the North Shore of Kauai, and they gathered there, and then they disappeared and they transitioned to another dimension. So secret or hidden. So it's not that the Huna energy is secret or hidden from people as if it wants to be not shared, because it is very freely shared in Hawaii and all over. So it's just, unless you understand the language, a lot of the energy is hidden inside the Hawaiian or Polynesian language. Okay? So we'll break that down for you. Okay? All right, so that's the definition of Huna. So that's our first objective. Okay? All right, now let's get to our second objective and looking at the 7 Huna principles. So these 7 you may want to integrate into your life, integrate into your mind-body experience. Whenever you're meditating or you're trying to discern some things, use these 7 principles or just 1 or 2 of the principles to help you to make a wonderful decision about life and who you are. Okay? All right, the first one. Excuse me here. Okay, the world is what you think it is. So this is be aware. So if we break that down, then we know that what you think influences your reality. Okay. Remember, your reality is filled with arbitrary standards. We all have arbitrary standards here in 3D. Just think about height, weight, amount in your bank account, level of education, your social status, communication skills, cars, clothing, homes, travel destinations. All these are arbitrary standards. Just think about the legal system, laws, religion, spirituality. Huna is an arbitrary standard. Because remember, it's arbitrary. It's not that it's not good. It's a wonderful thing. It's just it's arbitrary because these are the elements you use to establish the way you think, which in turn establishes your reality. So make sure you know that all things are arbitrary, but remember they're true also. Thank you. Oh, and Katie, what did you say? Wait, let me get my glasses on. Reflecting on number 1, yes. How do you differentiate between actual reality versus imagination and fantasy? Oh, wonderful question, Katie. Yes. So for number 1, since all things are arbitrary, that means reality is arbitrary, and so is the imagination and fantasy. So the ones that we want to focus or discern with is what makes your life happy, what makes your life whole, what serves your purpose here on Earth in this particular dimension at this time. So, and remember that imagination or fantasy is part of our discerning process. Those are the beginning blueprints of how we create and manifest in 3D reality. Okay? So really, they are exactly the same. It's almost like the yin and yang symbol. When you see that symbol, the white has a little black seed in it, and then the black has a little white seed because it is that seed that gives growth to the reality. So imagination, fantasy is how we start, okay? Or whether we're intuitive or whether we have a psychic sense about life or have any dreams. And then we begin to work to make this manifest in 3D. Okay? So thank you, Katie. Great question. Yes. Okay, so that's one way we can use number one. So just think about all the arbitrary standards you have in your life and decide, is this really true? Now, it may have been true when you were a child, or it could have been true maybe 3-4 years ago, or 3 or 4 months ago, or even last week. But you've grown, you've learned, you've evolved, and now maybe it's not so true, or maybe you can just use parts of it, or totally discard it all by itself, because you now have a new standard, which of course is arbitrary. And that's what we do. We grow, evolve, we learn. Okay? So number one, the world is what you think it is. So this is be aware. Okay, number two, there are no limits. Oh, I love this one. That means to be free. Being a Sagittarius, that's one of our number one things. It is the number one thing, this freedom. So there are no limits. It means we have full freedom to be who we are, who we want to be, and to do as we wish. Now, does that mean that we go out and do things that are not nice? Well, those are all lessons. Everything we do is a lesson. And if that is what it's going to take for you to learn to be loving, not only to yourself and to others, then what a wonderful lesson that is. So just remember, there are no limits. So you be who you want to be. You say what you want to say. Okay? You do what you want to do. And if those around you do not want to be around you, those are that's the way friendships and relationships go. You move on, you evolve, and you create a new tribe. Okay, so be who you want to be with total freedom. Make sure there's not any limits on your life whatsoever. And this is a good way to check about your current lifestyle. Are there limits? Are there people, places, and things who place limits on who you are, who you can be, what you can say, what you can eat, what you can do, what kind of car can you drive in? Remember, are other folks or other situations using the arbitrary standards of element number one and trying to take away or limit your freedom? And if that's what's happening, then make sure you understand this and you make changes, you make adjustments, and you move on, you evolve, and you be a free human being, because that's who we are. We're free for all of eternity. And we are placed on planets such as Earth at this time, which is governed by very limited ways of thinking and being that have been established. But we're changing that, because we know that the love is here, love is within, and we know that we can make a difference, and we can do that by being free. So be free in mind, body, and spirit. Okay, number three. Energy flows or focus goes. You've probably heard this a lot with many, many other philosophies. And also, actually, I see this or hear this on TV all the time and movies. Attention flows or energy flows, where attention goes, focus goes. So the focus here then is to be focused. So it's be aware, be free, be focused. This is going to help us with a little chant at the end to help you remember all these. Okay? So your attention and focus on what you want or who you want to be. Now, the thing about energy flow and knowing what we want to be, it's very easy, and that is because the way we are raised and on planet Earth here in 3D, we often know in a negative sense what we don't want. But when we ask ourselves honestly, what is it you do want, we seem to hesitate on that. So make sure we flip that page. Okay? Flip the page to know what you want. And then that way, that's the beginning of this process. And then you'll start to work on how you're going to make that happen in 3D. Okay? So energy flows where focus goes. Now, a very good example of this. Let's say you're riding down the road. It's a beautiful day. All of a sudden, you see a horizon. On the horizon, you see this beautiful rainbow. Well, next thing you know, you're looking at the rainbow. Then you run off the road. Right? And then you have to come back and correct and get yourself back on the roadway, right? So that's what it is with focus goes where energy flows, and energy flows where focus goes. So make sure you understand that whatever you're thinking about, and when we're in the creation business here of manifesting, that means we're thinking about what we want and who we want to be almost every single second of the day. We have some sort of intention or action that helps us to manifest this idea to keep our focus. Okay, so be aware, be free, be focused. Okay, first three principles. Okay, number four. And also, before I forget, now these principles come from our Hawaiian teacher, Sir Skahili King. So Dr. King, he is a PhD. of ALOHA International or Huna International and Huna.org. That's where you can go and find other classes. And he has many, many books, wonderful teachings of the Hawaiian way or Hawaiian shamanism. Okay. All right, number 4 then. Now is the moment of power. So be here. So be in the present moment as much as you can. Always be in the present moment. Remember, we are here right now, and this truly is the moment of power. We can't do anything about yesterday. We can't do anything about tomorrow as we think of life here in 3D in a linear sense. Now, we certainly can in the shamanic sense. But, when we deal with the past and deal with the present in the shamanic sense and a dimensional sense, that's because we understand that all things are happening right now. And we're simply accessing or understanding that emotion, that a lesson at a current moment. So be in the present moment, regardless if you're doing your shamanic work interdimensionally or if you're solely here in 3D linear time. Because right now is when you can get things done. Right now is when you can think in a positive way. You can act in a positive and loving way. You can feel in a loving way. So be here right now. Just stay in the moment. And we often hear about this eternal now when we think about Taoism or Buddhism or some of the other teachings around the world. So just know, yes, time, when we think about time in the eternal sense, time, there are no clocks. Remember, time is very relative. That's certainly one of those aspects in principle number 1 about being arbitrary. Because remember, if you live on Jupiter, that's a 9-hour day. I mean, here on Earth, we have a 24-hour day. So that's almost 2.5 times faster on Jupiter. So just imagine your age then, you would be a totally different age on Jupiter than you are here. So those are all arbitrary standards. So make sure you understand that time is an arbitrary thing. So be in the now or be in the present moment, in the present time, because it's the only place you can be. Okay? So make sure you stick to that, try that. And during those times, during in the now, try to be calm, try to be loving, so that energy spreads out to the rest of your day and to the rest of your creation and reality. All right, number 5. 5 is to love, is to be happy with someone or something. So be aloha in every moment. So be love was our focus here. Now, when we say someone or something, we're talking about people, places, and things. If you currently are not in love or have love with someone, another human on this planet, I can understand sometimes the relationships are very tough. Okay, just try to change your reality about that and understand that it's nice when we're with other people. Okay, so try that and allow yourself to let go of those arbitrary standards so that you can be with other people. And some people spend a lot of time with some things. So perhaps you have pets that you love dearly. I mean, in America, 75% of our households have pets. So maybe you truly love your pets and they're truly love that they have for you. So the point is to make sure that you have love in your life some way, somehow. You love pizza. You love traveling. You love to go to a museum. You love watching TV or movies. You love studying or reading. Make sure that love is in your life because we want to be happy. If I could give a definition of aloha, knowing that it truly does mean love, but to me, aloha means happiness or joy. I mean, if we can be happy, our entire world changes once we have an attitude of gratitude and happiness. So to love is to be happy with someone, something, somewhere. Remember, if you love being in a place, at the beach, the mountains, you love being at home. The point is to be in love. Okay? So be in love with who you are, where you are, who you're with, what you're doing, and wherever that happens. Okay? So love is the point. So be aloha every moment. And a way we can be aloha in every moment, if you can think about, if you can see the love in every moment as you look around, as far as using these principles in your daily life, if you come upon a situation, we'll see the love that's present. Now, if you're a visual person, that's how you learn. Well, what about if you're an auditory person? Well, hear the love or listen to the love that's being presented in every moment, because it'll be there some way, somehow. And if you're a very touchy-feely person, huggy person, you may want to feel the love in every moment. Touch that love in every moment. So see, hear, and feel the love in every moment. And that way, the more and more we do this every single part of our day, it'll be to a point that we automatically, it'll be a habit. We'll just know to be the aloha in every moment. Okay? So the point is to be loved and to be happy. Okay? Wonderful. So we got be aware, be free, be focused, be here, be loved. Okay? All right. And then the last two perspectives. Number 6. I love this one too, the power thing. All power comes from within. So be strong, right? So energy is everywhere. Just imagine all the energy that is within you. Do you realize that 2.5 million red blood cells die every second in your body? Well, that means you have to create 2.5 million red blood cells, or we're going to have some problems within the next few seconds. Okay, make sure you understand the power that is within you, the DNA code that is within you. We have we have millions and billions of miles of DNA within our body. That's just totally incredible because, each one of our cells has about 6 feet of DNA. So imagine if you had 10 trillion cells, or I've heard recently we have 30 trillion cells in our body. Imagine all those with 6 feet of DNA if it was stretched out, and how many billions of miles that would come out to. It is incredible what is inside our body, what is above us, below, within, and without, and all around our human bodies. So realize the power that is inside of you, just simply physically. Now think about mentally. Think about the capacity you have in your brain to think, to formulate thoughts, to dream, to imagine, and then to help formulate a plan to bring that plan together. So that computer we have right between our ears and that gray matter, it has so much power, filled with so much love and reasoning abilities, deductive abilities. So make sure you realize how powerful that is. And then think about your spirit. We know our spirit is an eternal being. It's an eternal being of love. And that means it lives forever. And when forever is over, guess what? And about a second after that, we do forever again. So it keeps on going. You've often heard that phrase, forever in a day. Well, that's because when forever is open, well, the next day, or when forever is over, the next day, that's when forever begins again, because it never ends. Always, always eternal and infinite. So that's how much power is within you, just in mind, body, and spirit. So make sure you understand this power that is within you. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the chat here. Let me see what we got. Okay, let's see. We have a question from Katie again. Our friend Doug always used to tell us yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. All we get is today. Yes, and today is the present. Yeah, thank you, Katie, for that. And then also, yes, attitude is gratitude. Oh, how fortunate. And that way, if we stay in the now, have this beautiful attitude, yes, think about all that gratitude energy that we're able to express through our body, through our emotions, our words, and it goes out. Okay. So remember, yes, all power comes from within. So be strong and know that you truly are eternal, and you are a being of strength in mind, body, and spirit. Okay. And allow this to govern your life. Right? All right. And number 7, effectiveness is the measure of truth. So with this, think about flexibility. Okay. So do what works for you. So when we say it's the measure of truth, because remember, you know how it is when folks are on a diet. You may have a friend, they go on a diet. I mean, they lose 15 pounds in about 2 weeks, and you do the same diet, you do the same thing, and you gain 15 pounds in 2 weeks, because it's a different way of eating for your body. Okay. And so when you think about being effective, we want to be very flexible. So that flexibility means that if something doesn't work a certain way, or maybe it worked that way last time, but right now some parameters are a little different, we'll change the way you work, okay? Change the way you think, change the way you feel. So be flexible in doing your shamanic work. Because remember, we live in a very dimensional time, a dimensional space, and our parameters around us may change in any given second. So adapt, improvise, and overcome, as we learned in military and basic training. So make sure you adapt and then you improvise, you change it, and then you overcome it. You stick with it, you persevere. Because remember, your perseverance, that is where our energy flows, where focus goes. We're persevering on this particular subject. And that's how we become successful. And we become powerful because we've allowed all of our senses to come together. Because all that power comes from within, and now we can create many things around us. Right? And Amanda, aloha, good morning. Love the Huna principles. Great reminders. Thank you. Mahalo, Amanda. Good. And Katie's, she's connecting. Hey, Amanda. And Katie and Amanda. Thank y'all for being here, chatting with one another. Okay, so be effective then is that particular essence. So effectiveness is the measure of truth. Remember, if it works for you, stick with it until things change, until those arbitrary standards change, right? Until your focus changes. And then we can move along and do it another way. And that way you make sure we encase all of these in this beautiful bubble of light and love, or the Aloha bubble, because that is our reality. All right, outstanding. All right, let's do a little review. So here's our little chant I'd like to teach you or share with you, and this will help you to remember these 7 principles. And that's be aware, be free, be focused, be here, be love, be strong, be effective. Okay? Now, we do this chant also in Huna. Huna is also a healing system where we're able to move the beautiful rainbow light of the Huna energy. We move the light merely through our mental focus as we place the hands on the body. And that is being very effective. But we would say this chant, we would just add be healed at the end. So if we're doing this for healing work, and those of you in the audience who are healers, and you want to say a little chant or mantra at the end, you can certainly use this. You can say, be aware, be free, be focused, be here, be loved, be strong, be healed. That's a wonderful way to end a healing session. Okay. So for us then, in just our general everyday living, we want to be effective. So remember, be aware. That means the world is what you think it is. Be free. There are no limits. Be focused. Remember, energy flows where focus goes. Be here. That means now is the moment of power. Okay. Be loved is to love is to be happy with someone, something, somewhere. Okay. Be strong. All power is within us. Okay. And then be effective. Remember, effectiveness is the measure of truth. Okay. So again, be aware, be free, be focused, be here, be loved, be strong, be effective. Okay. And make sure you want to write this down, because this would be a good addendum to add to your earth superpower from last week. Also from the reflections the week before, because we want to make sure that as we look at these 7 dimensions of life now, 7 dimensions of thinking and being, you've now added 7 different areas of awareness or consciousness levels that you can add to your interdimensional self. Okay. So now you have mind, body, and spirit. And just think, if you added those or thought about these things or lived those aspects with be aware, be free, be focused, be here, be loved, be strong, be reflective, or be effective, you would find that you have a well-balanced life. Okay. So make sure you try that. Good. All right. And Katie, what do we got today? Yes. What exactly do you mean by effectiveness in regards to truth? Oh, good one, Katie. Good question. Well, remember, truth is an arbitrary standard that takes us all the way back to that first principle. The world is what you think it is. Because remember, one man's truth or one person's truth is another man's trash, right? I mean, just think about antiques. You have old things. Sometimes these old things are just all beat up. And I know people can restore it and they appreciate the craftsmanship from the past. It's just their old things. But to someone else, that's a treasure. So the truth is very, very arbitrary. So when we think about the effectiveness, we're thinking about flexibility with that. So understanding what your truth is, and if you want to integrate another truth, then find out and determine if that's going to be an effective approach for you. Because remember, it's just like the diet thing. One person loses 15 pounds and another person gains 10 pounds doing the same diet. So again, be mindful of the arbitrary nature of things here in 3D Earth. And that way we can adjust those arbitrary natures to make them true and to make them work for us. And that's how we can get to the truth. So what is true for us? What is our standard of truth? And how can we evolve that truth? Because it certainly will evolve. It's just like being a police officer when I was, and you may have a case for, it's evident that this person did something, but yet when you speak to another witness or you get other information, you learn some new information from other people, bystanders, you now find out, you conclude it wasn't that person. It was indeed this other person. So the truth has changed. So make sure you understand that truth will change because it is arbitrary. Yeah. Yes, Katie. Very good. Yes. And it says, thank you. Yes. Everyone has their own truth. Yes. How true that. Because remember, the world is what you think it is. So every person, so 8 billion people on this planet, they all have a different definition of anything, because all things are arbitrary to every loving person on this planet. And yet we get to learn from all of that. This wonderful schoolroom we're in. Okay. All right. So 7 Huna principles. So be aware, be free, be focused, be here, be loved, be strong, be effective. Wonderful. And so let's do a review. So remember Huna then. Huna means hidden or secret. Not hidden or secret because it's meant to be kept away from you. It's very shareable with you through all the Polynesian folks. They're very loving, very kind, very aloha filled, and they love to share the Huna and the Hawaiian philosophy that we're with, that we have in Hawaii when we travel there. And remember, when we think about Huna, that is also an arbitrary philosophy or standard of life. So we have to make sure that's true for us and use that to the best of our ability as we continue to focus on all that love that has evolved with Huna. So Huna is just the Hawaiian shamanism, their way of life, their truth. Okay? And then the 7 elements of awareness of be aware, be free, be focused, be here, be loved, be strong, be effective. Make sure you integrate that into the dimensional view of mind, body, and spirit, and to have this interdimensional life going on with you every single second of the day. And talk about being alone. I imagine even if you're alone doing this, how much of the day this will take up as you continue to be in the now, living in the now, and expressing yourself in mind, body, and spirit with a full energy field of aloha. And just think, if you integrate the be aware, be free, be focused, be here, be loved, be strong, be effective. And whatever you do, think of all the great powers of discernment you will have acquired. And that's what we do. We evolve and we grow. So thank you so much for listening to that. And make sure you listen to it again. Like, subscribe, and share. Help us grow the channel. And we want to make sure our Sundays at 11:11 continue to progress as we move on and continue to grow and evolve our ministry. And that is being the Aloha in every moment. Okay. So thank you for being here with that. All right. So let's move to prepare for our meditation time. So just find yourself getting nice and relaxed. Remember being exactly where you are right now. Living aloha, being the best version of who you are. And as you have yourself in a very relaxed state, just start to see, hear, and feel every chakra. Think about the red root chakra, the orange navel chakra, the yellow solar plexus, the green heart. And just imagine a large spinning ball about the size of a volleyball, soccer ball, basketball in each of these areas. And then move up to the heart chakra, a beautiful green ball. And this one will be a little bit larger ball. Maybe it's a big beach ball kind of size. And then we move to our light blue throat chakra. And then our deep blue or indigo blue third eye or brow, forehead chakra. And then our crown chakra, beautiful violet or purple, mixed in with lots of white. So just imagine that beautiful rainbow of light beginning to form around your body. Begin to fill it with feelings of aloha, love, joy, peace. And allow that bubble to continue to expand until it begins to just fill your whole room, ceiling to floor, wall to wall. And allow these beautiful colors to energize every meridian. Remember those meridians, just think of a highway of light flowing throughout your body. And then every cell, every strand of DNA, all 10 billion miles of DNA within your body. Yes, I said billion with a B. And then every cell, every atomic and subatomic particle in your body being filled with this beautiful bubble of aloha light. And just begin to breathe slowly and deeply. Allow your heart rate to just be in a very calm state. Okay. And remember, think about the Huna principles of love, and peace, aloha, and being aloha in every moment. Thinking about your dimensional self. Thinking about who you are. Thinking about your earth superpowers. Now think about the healing within. You may want to send healing to others. You may want to do a beautiful prayer. Not only for you, but for others. Allow yourself to be in this time of meditation and relaxation. Now just take a deep breath. Feel that love and aloha within you. You see the mantra on the screen, or let me just read it in case your eyes are closed. I am calm. I am healed. I am loved. I am well. I am calm. I am healed. I am loved. I am well. I am calm. I am healed. I am loved. I am well. To feel this wonderful energy flowing in and around you. Now let's bring us back to some healing time. Let me share the Merkabas, so allow that energy to flow through. Allow the energy to come from my hands. And remember, if you're a Reiki person, then feel the Reiki blue light. If you're a Huna person, you can feel the rainbow light. Or the light, the white light of the Christ. You feel that energy. Remember, the energy will be to you what you want it to be, because remember, the world is what you think it is. Or if you prefer the golden light, the chi, the ki, the prana, the mana. Mana is the Hawaiian word for the chi, the ki, the life force. Just feel this energy flowing to every part of you that is in need or want of healing, to provide that calm, happiness, to feel that flow of love and light. Feel the white light of the Christ energy. Or the pink light of the Magdalene energy. Imagine a rose, a red rose, a pink rose. Or the golden chi flowing from Mother Earth up to the top of the head and back down. Just imagine you have a highway of golden chi flowing through your body with all your meridians. And allow this love and light to clear and cleanse every part of who you are. And to feel good, to be happy. And then I'll offer this prayer for you for this today and this coming week. And that is, may we all be vessels of this beautiful aloha consciousness in mind, body, and spirit, thought, word, and deed, with everyone, everything, everywhere, every time, place, and space, with every endeavor and home, work, and play, as we truly share and be aloha in every moment. And may you be healed with the love and the light of this aloha. This flows through all things at all times. And we can ask and we can be healed in the name of the love that flows through all things at all times. Amen and amama and aloha. Now take all this beautiful love and light that you're feeling, not only within but around you. Just take that and just make it into a nice little ball. Just with your hands, just kind of, and you can kind of feel this energy in that ball. And now just bring that right to your own heart and just breathe very slowly and gently, and allow that energy to just flow into your heart. And you keep that energy with you the remainder of the week. And every time you need a little respite, all you have to do is just place your hands on your heart. Just take some nice, easy breaths. Be calm. And just feel that love again for any situation, whether it's healing, encouragement, confidence, or you simply want to recharge your system in mind, body, and spirit, thought, word, and deed, with everyone, everything, everywhere, and every time, place, and space, with every endeavor at home, work, and play. So remember, living aloha in every moment. Allow this to be one of your wonderful goals, one of your focus throughout the week. Be the love in every moment, because that's who we are. And to be the best version of you, because that's who we want to be. We want to be the best superpower person that you can possibly be. So thank you for joining us here today. Let me give you one more slide so we can go ahead and clap out and do our POW. So remember, POW means it's all over in Hawaiian. So on 3, 1, 2, 3, POW. Good. So thank you for being here today. Jeanne and I love you very much. Thank you for supporting us. I've got lots of the info in the show notes. Make sure you look at that. And please like, subscribe, and share so we can allow this aloha to go around the world. And also when you share, you're placing your aloha with it. So isn't it wonderful that we combine our love, we can combine our aloha, we can send this throughout the world in every dimension of mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so you have let me get us back to a place where I can let you go. So thank you for being here. And have a wonderful and a marvelous week. We love you, and aloha.